Alright, the Tonex Hard Hitters pack is finally here. I know you've all been waiting for this, or at least those who have and use Tonex. The reason why, we did this the last and it took for a while is that I wasn't 100% happy with the captures, what I was able to do. And obviously, if I'm not 100% happy, if it's not something I actually would use myself, I'm not gonna put it out. So what happened? They released a new update and I did a few things differently and voila, now they sound and feel like my real amps, my real cabinet, my whole full rig signal chain. And it's finally here now. I hope you like it. Let's check out the mix first. I used in that song, all guitars were Tonex, my captures, and then I'll go through the different amps and sounds what you will get with this. Alright, so this is the mix. The left guitar I used when I filmed myself. That is a JCM800, the bad boy. This will change when you buy this. It will look like JCM800. I just actually realized that I had forget, because these others they look like, but the look isn't important, it's how it sounds, and it's just like my bad boy. So the left guitar and the lead guitar is the bad boy. That's what because when I recorded myself, I had this on my desktop, so I could monitor with basically zero latency, and then, just muted the recorded channels here, and then I had the Tonex here. So that's a cool way to record without latency by using plugins. Is use them on your desktop, then you can put the latency as low as you possibly can get with the plugin, and it's fun to play. And then you just mute the channel you're recording on, and then when you play it, it plays nicely. The right guitar, which I doubled afterwards, is a SLO boosted with a Maxon OD808, and the bad boy was boosted with SD1. And the guitars, they sound like this if I solo them. And I mix this exactly like I mix my real amps, because these are so top notch. So the rhythm guitar bass, it's a stereo bass, it has OX on Soothe. Guitar despite, it just tames down the upper mids a tiniest amount. Then I have a multiband compressor, which kind of keeps the low mids in control, and sometimes even lows. Let's So it reduces, because these are pretty full sounds, and then when you double, everything increases. So I'm just controlling the amount of lower mids, and I don't want to EQ that out, because if I'm playing higher on the neck, because this riff was using the low E string, it's standard E flat tuning, so those were a little bit boo boo. And then what I do with my real cabinet, I take out a little bit of 3K and 6K. A little bit whistling stuff. The EQ is very basic. Low cut, high cut. I'm adding like an airy 10K-ish, even a bit higher. Taking out a tiny bit of 4.5K. Taking out a tiny bit of 500. And that's it. Nothing much. The lead is exactly the same. There's Soothe. There's one track that goes to the lead stereo bus. There's the multiband compressor, because there's one part where I do the do. It was kind of a little bit, so I just wanted to that it changed that down. Pro Q4, same thing. The EQ is exactly the same. Then there's, as you heard, there was delays. So there is a Lexicon PCM 42 dual delay set to kind of Van Halen settings. That was the delay I used on the solo, and also the second delay was a circular delays. This is my own preset. I've done a video of this, so if you wanna check that out, how to do it, I go through the exact settings because I have a PCM70 here. This is exactly like the circular delays. And then the lead also had a 83000 micro pitch. The rhythms, they had a tiny bit of chorus, just to widen it. You don't hear it's chorus, or did you? That there's chorus? No, you didn't. So this just widens the guitars a tiny bit. And then I had a room sound there, just to add a little depth. It was fairly quiet, but it also kind of just widens it because this is a stereo aux. That was the processing with guitars. Alright, that was the mix, and you can, now create these same sounds with Tonex, and if you can't, then the reason is in the bathroom's mirror. Alright, now let's go through the different sounds. I play guitar and have the Tonex plugin open. Heavy metal. Alright, so let's check out, let's keep, the Soldano on. So this was what was on the song on the right side. Man, I'm really happy how these turned out. And then Bad Boy. This is the Bad Boy without the SD1. You can see here it's, if there's nothing here, then it means there's no overdrive in front. The cabinet is my oversized Mesa from '94 with V30s, mic with a single SM57. And this is the Bad Boy without SD. Cleans just like the real amp. And then this is the Bad Boy. Like I said, when you buy this, you will have it. You can probably change this yourself to the 800, GUI if you want. But yeah, the sound is most important. This is how it sounds. And hear the hiss, that is there, like with the real amps when you have the overdrive in front. So you can engage the noise gate. I always have my noise gate before the amp. So I advise, if you want to be like me, you put it first. Obviously, if you prefer to have it post, which means it's in the effect loop, you do that. I don't like it there, I like it in front. 69 is a good number. So I use a gate not as a gate, but just to tame down the noise that overdrives create. Like if you there is this. So my cable goes straight into the audio interface now. Okay, then CBOD, this is MXR Custom Badass Modified Overdrive, which is a modified SD1. You can hear the small hiss. Let's engage the gate, and we don't have any hiss. But I didn't wanna put these in the presets because there's different pickups, some harder, some, so because this is so easy for you to, you know, just engage yourself. And obviously you can tweak the control if you want more. More bite, you add more bite. Cool. Then Plexi Jose Mod. Rectifier with SD1. This is fat and heavy. Like the Lord Vader there. Cool, but these are all 6 of my favorite amps which are there. And then there's the direct amp folder if you want to use your own IR. Well, this sounds like this, so then you need to put an IR. I personally don't use this because I use this because this is exactly what I have here. The oversized Mesa cabinet is amazing, and the V30s, like you hear, the sounds, they're really full, because those speakers, they are, I mean, they're old, there's some magic. They have like this bottom end and this smoothness. Best V30 speakers I've ever tried. So 57 there, you're good to go. Let's turn the gate 69. So there we go, the Tonex pack finally here, and finally I was able to make it like, you know, basically like the real gear. And you probably know that I'm doing this together with Strange Angles, so you can purchase this via Strange Angles website. Link is in the description below. There's also all of my other packages, you know, for Quad Cortex, NAMM, Kemper, Line 6, Helix, maybe something else. XFX, yeah, Fractal. So they are all there. And if you have any questions, please contact Strange Angles. Well, the website address is there, but also Joseph's, the Strange Angles guy. Joseph's email is in the description below. Hopefully you enjoy this package and you're able to create nice, cool music, or just play with it. But there you go. Now you have my full rigs captured in the Tonex. How cool is that? Anyway, thanks for watching. Stay tuned. I'm pretty excited about this, because finally this turned out to be like I want it to be. So you'll get the best, you know, stuff. Alright, anyway, take care. Bye.